Hello, hello, bandits. How are you all doing? It is, I've got a shadow, but I don't care. It is day 51 of our creative marathon, and we are doing a pumpkin week, second day of pumpkin week. Yesterday, we did this. I've not finished it. It needs to be. I'll point it down so you can see really good. I'm going to jump right in. And today we are doing watercolor pumpkins two ways. Okay, we're gonna draw one, and you're all probably gonna be like, "What? I tried to draw it yesterday, not so good." So I'm gonna practice with you, so y'all can actually see. I don't really know what I'm doing. I am the goober that I claim to be all the time. So let's just dive right into it. I'm gonna point you down. How fun is this? Let me see if I can get that. Oops, no, that's not where we want it to go. Straighten it out, Beth. This turned out really good. I need to go in, do the copper. I need to paint around it, and then decide what I'm going to do. My decoupage, but that's totally fun. And that's a lot, I realize, up there. But I'll once we paint in it, we'll see what happens. Anyway, I'll fix that. I haven't gone in and fixed all the really dark stuff that shouldn't be there. That's going to be way tedious, and I'm really not prepared to do that. So if you join, I'm going to add me to the mix. If you join, say hello. I would love to have you say hi. First thing we're going to do is we're just going to watercolor. I have this. You've seen me stamp. You know how we stamp. This is one that I did a long time ago when I didn't know what I was doing color-wise. It's okay. I'm going to stamp this. We're going to watercolor this one, but I have all in these so cute where I practiced a long time ago. I mean, long time ago. So I thought this will just be fun to just do a little play. And you don't have to put tons of paint on there. I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to wet it. Oh, it's going to smear. That's why it looks so bad. Let's stamp one. We're gonna stamp our own. Didn't think I was going to, but we are. So let's do a big one. Let's do a big pumpkin. There we go. I don't know what ink I used on that. I think that was way back in the early days. So I told you I was a goober way back in the early days. Let's clean that off really well. And I'm gonna move it kind of, let me put it this way, because this board on my table is still pretty straight. So I'm gonna try and stamp it so we don't get it too, and I don't think this is watercolor paper, but we're gonna see, we'll see. We shall. Oh, see, this is why you don't stamp on your paper. Look how I overstamped right there. This, I just must have just re-inked that one because it is juicy. And the sisters say use a juicy stamp pad. There we go. So I'm just gonna put this at the bottom, and then I can chop the paper if I want to. Okay, and then I'm going to try and push where I know there are no seams from the boards, because my boards, hey, hello, how are you doing? I need to put my glasses on so I can see. Hey, Patty, is that what you go by? Is that your name? I always want to ask. Okay, so this is actually, I'll show you in just a second. Look how pretty that is. It kind of moved a smidge, but we're not going to worry about that. You can kind of tell. We want that to dry. It'll be fine when we watercolor it. It will be just okay. I have stuff everywhere. I'm slowly cleaning up. I don't know if I'll ever have a space that could be in where women create. No, probably not. Hello, welcome. So this, let's just hit it with the heat gun while we're talking. If I can find it. There we go. I have so many projects going on. I've got like 7. How many of y'all have, okay, Miss Patty, how many of y'all have like 6 or 12 things going on right now? It totally jumped. We'll see how this goes. We'll see if we can fix it with watercolor. I just want to make sure it's dry. Even the stamping's not perfect, as you can tell right there. If I can pull it up, you can kind of see it's not. Do you see how I kind of moved it? Which is, you don't want to, you want to shift. It shifted a smidge. I didn't mean to shift it. It just did. It's okay. It's totally fine. It's okay. We're not going to sweat it. So this says it's comic book art board. I bought it for my son because he's an artist years ago, just trying to encourage his artistry. So I think this, oh my gosh, that just keeps holding in that colored ink, doesn't it? What is going on? So is this gonna smear? No, see the difference? It doesn't smear, it's permanent. So I'm just gonna go on here and fill in some water and make a wet canvas and show you all what that you can do with that, which is fun. And this may work, this may not. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But love is the heart. I don't know how this is going to take the paint because, you know, it's an art board. I will say watercolor paper was finally the success I had with, so it's got just a little sheen on it. As you can kind of see, there's a little water sheen. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's not soaking wet. It's just a little wet. And I'm going to do a traditional pumpkin because this is like an orange pumpkin. So I'm just going to load in. I've already gotten my paints wet, sprayed them with some water. And then I'm just going to go in here and just kind of let it flow itself wherever it wants to go, you know. And because I didn't do it outside, it'll go where the water is, which I think is kind of fun. And this isn't watercolor paint. Watercolor paper would be, you know, much better. You could do this with acrylics. You don't have to do watercolor. And I'm not going to paint everything. I'm going to leave some unpainted, and then I'm going to hit it with some heat real fast. But it's doing okay. It's not terrible. It's taking the water pretty decent. I mean, it's a good paper. So like if you want to watercolor, you can't use copy paper. You're never going to be successful with copy paper. It's just not going to work. So, yeah. It's just... All right, and then, oh, oops, I got a little splash because I'm getting a little slap happy. Okay, I'm going to come in here with a little bit darker orange, maybe. I think my paints might be a little bit, and some water on it. And then just build up some colors. You know, I'm not even going to worry about the shadows or anything today. I'm just going to try to do a flat, fun pumpkin. You know, just not that straight out in the sun. There's no shadows in it. How about that? And I think people, they tend to just like keep rubbing it and they don't go back and get more paint. I think that's another, listen, I'm not a watercolor artist in any capacity. Please, please know that. I am not. I am not in any shape or form a watercolor artist, you know, or I'm good with color. But if you look, you know, you want the texture to pull out the I find people will just work their paint. I'm like, you need to get you need some water on that brush because you're gonna rub a hole into your paper. Hello, Tammy. And you need to, you know, you probably need to, let it dry. I am trying to do my strokes kind of similar to what the pumpkin does. Okay, just a little, right there. That looks pretty good. I feel like that looks good. I would go in with some shimmer, you know, maybe. Yes, it was the stamped pumpkin. Yes, and it's an IOD. It's an older one. I don't even know. It's from a Harvest maybe. It's several releases ago. I don't even have it. I don't think you can get it. If somebody wants one, I'll stamp it to you and mail it to you if you want me to. On some watercolor paper. That would be fun to offer. Anyway, especially since you can't get it anymore. Is that too brown? Maybe. I'm looking for my paints over here, and I'm going to spray them with some water again. I don't know if y'all knew this, and I didn't know this. I watch a watercolor artist on Instagram, Andrea Nelson Art, and then there's another girl that I like, and they always spray their paints. This looks a little orangey brown to me, so I'm gonna just mix it up over here a little bit and just see what happens. Let's get some water on it, Beth, and see if that gives a little bit of depth to it. Maybe where those kind of ribs are a bit, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I wanted to do this first because I feel like this is going to be very successful for me. Unlike, I tried to draw a pumpkin. I haven't drawn one in years, or I don't know how long it's been. A successful one. I like the big blue ones. I don't even know what they're called. They're not really blue, but they're kind of gray, green, blue. What are those called? I don't even remember the names, but I tend to go towards that color, lean into the turquoise a bit because, oh no, Tony. No, honey, you're so sweet. No. Nope, no drawing going on here. Now I'm putting in just a puddle because I love to go in and just drop in a bit of color, and you can just let it just kind of land there. And you don't have, and it just gives it some, so this is buckling. All paper buckles, you need to probably glue it down, tape it down. I think that's what they do. Anyway, if you have a book. Looks pretty good. Let's do the stem and call it done. I'm just going to use a little bit of brown that I have here. I'm going to add a little green to it, so it's like a green brown, you know, maybe. I'm going to use all the oranges with it that I had. And then add a little green over here. And then we can drop in some brown later and just start with a little green base. And then drop in. Patty, yes, it is a stamp because I can't draw. I don't want brown. I don't want orange. I want like an orangey brown. Maybe I want more of a brown. Okay, there we go. I'm going to let it dry, and then let's see what happens to it. Now comes the fun part, aka not so fun. I'm going to attempt to draw. Oh, what happened? I lost my phone. Oh my gosh, you people, stop. I'm going to do not disturb. It's never taken my camera before. How crazy is that? My upper camera is my my iPhone. See? I use an iPad and an iPhone, and I have a mount. I should take a picture and show y'all my setup sometime. It's pretty good. And I got a telemarketer call. They are driving me to the brink of nuts. Can I say that? Okay. There we go. And then I can go boom, boom. And there we are back. There we go. Alrighty, I'm just going to try and find out. Oh, I got to show you something too. If you were with me yesterday, hang on, friends. Little commercial break. Not really, just kidding. So this was my inspiration. You know, my dog, who I love and adore, isn't that sweet? And I need to put, and I used that old resin and it smelled, well, it was yellow. But look, I think it's going to work because you can kind of see it. It's very yellow, but if I use the crystal clear kind, I think I'll be able to put my dog's curls in there. I want to save, I have the most gorgeous Pyrenees, and y'all, she fell down the outdoor steps today. So my husband's freaking out. We're just a little concerned. Anyway, she's 11 and a half. Look how, that's nasty looking. It looks gross. And I used old hair. I didn't use her good curls in there. And I get them from her every day. I find a curl that's dropped on the floor every day. So I'm trying to save one. Yes, okay, I'll show you. And Miss Tammy, anyway, look how yellow that is. But I think if I can get the clear to work, there we go. This is just a practice paper. It's not even, this is watercolor paper, and this is watercolor paper. Can you see the different colors? This is better watercolor than this is. This is kind of good. This is better. And the best of the best is, I'm not gonna draw on it. I would just stamp on that. I know. Love them. God love them. I know they're just trying to make a living, but please stop. Okay, so I want to make a squatty pumpkin. And so it's been a while. I tried the other day, but I'm just going to, can you see? I've got shadow and I don't know why. I'm going to take you solo and try to pull you up just a smidgen. There we go. And I want to do, I'm going to kind of do low down here. Hang on. I'm trying to use this board. I've got to pull out my tray. I just found it. I'm gonna clean this off and get the tray that my friend Lee got me, which is really good. Okay, so to make a pumpkin, all right, there's a center. All right, so I'm just gonna do a center section. And perfection is not even needed. And then I'm gonna do another section out like that. Maybe not that deep, but I kind of want it to be flat, like one of those, what are those blue ones called? Blue something, what are they called? I don't know. They're called something. What are the blue ones? They kind of, I looked them up. I thought they had a really fun, cute, like farm name. And I don't remember. I'm just putting these in, and then you want to do another one kind of out like this, that. Doesn't it look kind of weird? I feel like this needs to come down here a bit, maybe a little flatter, maybe. Huh. And then you can do a fun kind of stem that's kind of crooked, like that, maybe. And then you just kind of fill in the rest of the pumpkin like that. But, okay, that's my first try. Let's try it again. So, I'm trying to remember. I drew one really, a decent one. I've drawn a decent one time when I was up at Lynn Brundage's. And so, I'm trying to make the blue kind of fat squatty one. Looks the same. Looks just the same, Beth. Looks just the same. Doesn't it? Maybe that needs to come out. Maybe that's what I need to do, is make that rib come out a little better, and then that I just need to round out just round it out and flatten out the part. I think that's probably what I need to do. I'm making the ribs too narrow, and I just need to make it flat, like there. I think they need to come, this needs to come out. Let's try over here. Like, I think I need to make this a little wider, like that. And here's the, if you don't get the bottom looking decent, you can just come in and you can just kind of put some grass in there, you know, and hide it. And have it sitting in the grass if the bottom doesn't look good. Okay, let's try it on this watercolor paper. I'm gonna leave that there. That's a little reference. Wish me luck, y'all pray. Lord Jesus, help. Okay, so we're just gonna do a little midsection, like so. All right, and then we're gonna come out like this, round that out like that. And then round this one out. We want to kind of come out, like there we go. And what I'll do is I'll paint it, and then we'll dry it. And then this one needs to come out kind of like that. It can kind of be lumpy like that, but it needs to be fat. And then we can go over it with a black marker, fine line marker. And then I'm just going to make a real fun, skinny, I want a skinny little, you know, little doohickey. And then we just want to go in and round that back there. Oh, it's not great. It's not terrible. I mean, I would say it's more terrible than good, but let's just go in here. It still looks very, very, just doesn't look as good as the one I did 5 years ago, I can tell you that. Work on that stem too. I mean, I'm not a perfectionist, but I'd like for it to be somewhat decent, you know. There we go, just straight. And then the pumpkin kind of goes out like that. We just kind of see the back of it. All right, let's, I think I have a black Sharpie pen is what I'm wanting, and I think I have one over here that doesn't bleed, that bleeds. I know that bleeds. I know I have one. I know I have one. Just don't know if I thought I put it right here so I can get it. Yep, at any time. I did. Yay. Thank you, Tony. Does anybody else do that to themselves? So I'm just gonna try and outline my favorite part of this with my black Sharpie pen. And I'm not going to really worry about it because I'm going to go in and erase all that on there. And then we're going to go like that. Like that. Okay, I think I have an eraser around here someplace, don't I? Yep, I do. Let's hope this doesn't, and then we're just gonna do a quick little, and this is like my 4th pumpkin in a couple of days. Well, my 3rd or 4th that I've drawn. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do, because I'm just gonna go, whoops. I'm gonna do some ground right down here like that. And then when we go in, and we'll try to, I'll see what we can do. We might draw over it. Okay, I'm going to, I don't know, I'm just gonna use a round brush. I kinda like those better. And this is a number 10 round brush. And so I want to do just a smidge. What kind of pencil? Literally, this is a Bic 7mm, large one from somewhere. It's nothing special. It's just what they use in schools. I don't use like a drawing pencil because I don't draw and I'm not invested in those kind of pencils. I want a really pale kind of orangey yellow just underneath the blue. Okay. Just to give it a hint of warmth. So like a really, really pale orange. I'm wondering if I just have some over here that I could just pull up a little bit. You know, just to give it some, oh Lord. Just to give it a little hint of warmth. That was a, I don't know if these are watercolors or not. I mean, watercolor paper or not. We're going to try the other one as well. I'm just going to base coat it with that. Okay. That was scary. That was very scary. And so I want the blue kind of pumpkin. You know what I'm saying? Does anybody know what I'm talking about, that blue one? Oh, I meant to get gray and I got green. So let's stop that. I'm just going to use a little gray. I just have my little watercolor palette right here. This is one, gosh, I don't know how long I've had it. I don't know where I got it, but I'm going to use a little gray right here. And I think that's gray right here. And I've got a little, so what I do is I mix over here. I never clean it. I never clean it out because I can take the colors that I have in there and mix with it. I'm taking the turquoise that's in here and I'm just adding it to some gray and then adding some water, and then let's see what happens to try and make that. Now see the difference in the watercolor, what it's doing? I'm gonna push you all closer. So you won't see my paint, but you might see what the water is doing right there. So I'm just tapping it in and get a little bit more water, and it just gives a really cool organic look to it. And this is a true watercolor paintbrush. It holds a lot of pigment. It's Andrew Nelson art, but now it goes by Cozy Lark. I would totally recommend this set. I love them. It says a dream or a day art, but she changed it to Cozy Lark because she likes larks. And a dream, what is it? A dream or a day art. A dream or a day. It was something her son said and she loved it, but it just wasn't working for like a business name. So, and that's why I'm kind of changing mine to Creative Bandits but it'll just be like Creative Bandits basically, because I'm more just doing creative stuff, you know. No. Nope, I don't. We don't use those anymore. I used to teach kindergarten. Did y'all know that? We don't use those. We just give them, because they're hard, we just give them pencil grips, which is really good to do. I'm going to just add a little bit of gray on top of this and see if we can't mute. Is that a hair? Is that a hair or is that a brush hair? I don't know what that is. Okay, there we go. I think it's a brush hair. I don't think it belongs to any animals that I know of. So I just came in with this gray to try and mute this blue. And so wherever you have your water, it kind of stops it. If you notice, it stays in the pumpkin area. I think a lot of people think, how do you do that? Keep it from running. Well, you're supposed to use really good paper. And this is not the best, but I'm gonna do the other one, let you see the difference, but let's try it. Any questions? Remember those big fat pencils? I don't know why they ever thought those were good. I mean, they were trying to adapt, and I so appreciate that, you know, but as a former kindergarten teacher, if you just had a regular pencil and put a pencil grip and make sure so they can hold it, and it fattened it up a little bit, but not tons. And just show them how to hold it. And if they're left-handed, let them be left-handed. Yeah, they were. But you know, they also put hard shoes on us when we were kids, and really the best way for kids to learn to walk is bare feet, because their feet grip, their toes grip, you know, and they would put us in those flat, shiny, and I mean, it was like a board underneath it, no wonder. Yeah, so, oh, that looks good. That's kind of dry. That dried fast. Isn't that kind of fun how it dries? So now I'm gonna get a much smaller, I think this is my number 6, and we're just gonna do a little bit of a brown. I think I have maybe right over here, just barely brown for the stem. You might need to add a little bit more to it. Maybe warm it up a bit. For the blue, I got the blue on it, but. And then if you just want an easy ground, okay, easy ground, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna start with the gray that we use, just to use it as kind of a base coat for it. It's kind of a brownie gray too, so, and then you can pick up a little bit of a brown to go with it if you want to. Honestly, I'm just sweeping it back and forth, guys. There's absolutely no talent here. Trust me, no talent going on right here. And then I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of a green, maybe. I think I made this darker green right here. Let's just pull that up. And then you can just do, that's it. If you wanna do some little, little crest, you can do that. Just use the tip of it, just pull it up. There's literally, it's just sweeping up. So now I see, I want to add a little bit. And this, I mean, I'm shocked at kind of how decent it looks, because I feel like I'm just gonna go right there, add a little bit of blue right there where I see white. I don't mind to see the yellow. And then it looks just like, it kind of looks like, it looks a little bit like, it works. It's amazing. The little white looks like highlights. And then you could splatter the whole thing with gold, and who cares? Because gold is good. Yes. Okay. Let's try this paper and see if we can see a difference, okay? Drawing again. Yay. I'm just gonna leave you right here, and I'm going to try and draw just one time. So, I'm gonna turn it just a little bit because I'm a lefty. Those blue ones called, y'all? Somebody help me. They're kind of flat, Let's make this one kind of big on this side. He's had too much to eat. And then a little crooked, and then we'll just finish him off back here. Okay, it's not terrible. It's not fabulous, but it's not terrible either. All right, I'm gonna just add some water, and it's kind of got a green tint to it, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Now I'm just gonna go straight in with the blue this time. And I'm not gonna put it on the stem. I'm gonna stop it just on the pumpkin. I didn't do the watercolor. I didn't do the black liner either. I'm just gonna see how it works with like this is a great brush. This is for making balloon blossoms, but I thought I could maybe cut in the water really good with this, so that's why I grabbed it. I'm not great with blossoms and flowers, and I watch people, and I just need to practice. I just need to practice. That's what I need to do. Okay. Let's just drop the blue. Let's just go in with some of the blue. I've got a little bit of gray with that blue. And let's just go ahead and go straight with the blue. Watercolor really does make a difference. Thank you. It looks kind of bad right now, doesn't it? But let's just trust the process. Y'all know I used to do furniture a lot more. I mean, I still do it some, but it goes through that ugly stage before it gets better. Y'all know that, right? Did I not get any water over there? I didn't. There's no water here. I'm just going to try and bring it in with just a brush with water on it, not one that has paint. And maybe just dab it. And it kind of, the white that stays on kind of gives it some natural highlights, which is kind of interesting. You know, like you can just go in and drop some color. I'm going to come in with a little bit brighter red blue. This is not going to be accurate, nature accurate. It's going to work for Beth's house. No, I'm not going to put this up. Bless it. And then you can just go in and add water to it. And that's how you kind of get your layers for watercolor. Isn't that kind of cool? I'm gonna do a little gray right in there too. Okay, let's try it. Did y'all see the difference in the papers? And see, we did a yellow under this. So now we may go in with a little orange yellow just a bit to see what happens. I'm just going to dry it up. I like it with the yellow underneath it. Let's see if we can, or the orangey yellow. Let's see if we can do something. What are they called? Do y'all know what the blue ones are? Jardel. Yeah, but it's, I thought it had a fun, like a blue bonnet or a blue Betty, or I thought it had a fun name like that. But I've looked it up and all I see is the Jardel. I feel like somebody calls it Blue Betty or Blue Spruce or Blue Bear or Blue Suede Shoes. I don't know. It's some fun. I thought it was a fun color, and I keep asking people because I can't remember it. And so it's just the jar. How do you even say that? Jaradel? Jaradel? I don't know. Yahara? I mean, I've got my good country accent twang for it. I'm going to take my little round brush right here, and I'm going to do just a wash. Just a little bit of a wash of the yellow, the golden yellow. This color, well, you can't see it. Okay, I want y'all to see that, how it blends. I'm using that color. Yeah, I know, me too. But I was thinking maybe somebody knows what their grandmother called it, you know, maybe. I'm gonna really lighten that up. I'm gonna put just a smidge of gray with that yellow, guys. The same thing that we added with the blue, just a little bit of gray, just to kind of, and get lots of water. I want it to be so that it'll kind of, it would kind of spread just a little bit. You might need to go over it again. I think I just want to be kind of just barely a wash, you know? Just the palest of pale. Just so pale. I'm adding just a ton of water to it, just so it's just barely, it just kind of warms it up a little bit, maybe. I don't know, maybe. Is it worth it? I don't know. I think the layers is what takes it from being elementary, if I can say that. And I'm a very elementary painter, so please don't think I am talking about anybody. But I think when you go in and you add the layers a bit, it just helps to change a little bit of the way it feels. All of a sudden, it just elevates it just ever so little. Queensland blue or blue doll. Okay, there you go, Queensland blue. I don't know. It was something that I could say, because I can't say that other one. Yeah. I knew it was something. Like blue doll, or that sounds, you know. So then if you want to go back in with kind of that gray blue too, kind of go over it just a smidge and blend them. We are getting a new fence, y'all. So my dogs are going to be going crazy. And we're getting new stairs because Molly's foot went through one. She's not having any luck with these. The guy's going to do our decking for us. He said he put a ramp in for his dog, and I was like, maybe we just need to have him put a ramp, go ahead and put a ramp in for Molly for us. You know, maybe. So just... Huh. I don't hate it. I wish that was a little more blended right there. That's kind of fun, isn't it? Okay, let's do our stem, our pumpkin stem. And then that's just solid, which looks great, looks fine. I think just adding a little bit of another color, just customizing it, just... Okay, well, it's Jaradale. That wasn't me. That was Patty. Patty says it's a Jaradale. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, and so I want to add just... So that's... So you see the difference with having just one color versus... It just elevates it oh so much. Like this one probably could use a darker brown maybe right up in here to try and bridge that gap a bit. They're cutting down our fence, and I mean, part of my fence is 21 years old. Yeah. I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow to this brown and just see what happens when I add a lot of water to it, and then just go in and just do a little bit. He lives, yes, he lives in Kentucky now. Yes, yeah, he moved to Kentucky, but he was just talking about how hot it was, and I was like, yes, he moved here, and he was such a lovely guy. Anyway, I think he still has family out there, but he was like, I'm done. He had family here and family out there, and he was like, I'm out of here. Okay, I'm just going to do a little bit of a, ground cover down here, but just kind of I don't know, it just kind of seals it off a bit. It just kind of grounds it some. I don't know why I like it, but it does. I'm just going to leave this like brown. And it doesn't even have to, I'm just twisting a little bit with a lot of water, barely. And, you know, there you go. Okay, I'm going to solo, and I'm going to pull this way back so we can look at both of them. And we can look at the one that we stamped. So these were both watercolor paints. They just have a little more texture. They hold the paint in it. They will. So if this scares you to death, please know I sat here and did this in front of people. Okay, and we started out like that, which is, you know, and then that didn't get much better. But I did learn I want to be fatter. So doing that, I learned that I wanted to take the, now I will say this, I'm going to leave it like this till it dries. And it dries over here. I'll leave it overnight, and then I can close it up so it doesn't mix up, and I can use those. But these two, I'm trying to show, there we go. Two different types of pumpkin. Let's see the top there, Beth. Two different types of pumpkins. There we go. And one has black outline. Now I could go in and do that. I like them both. I like just plain this way. This seems a little blobby. So let's see if is it dry? Let's see if I just go in and add some. Do you have humidity in Oklahoma? I don't know. See, I go out to Colorado and there's no humidity. And it's like, what? You know, and I'm as dry as the Sahara. I'm not even going all the way over them. I think, I don't know. So, there you go. I don't know. I think I like this one the best. This is my favorite one. That one's okay. But I like this paper. I don't know. Maybe this needs to be more teal. Maybe it needs to be more like blue that I like. Maybe that's the reason I don't like it. It's because I want it to be more teal blue, you know? And that's why I don't like it as well. I want it to be a lot more teal blue than it is. Because I like the teal part. That could totally be the reason I like the other one. Let's see if that does it for me. If I just want it to be more teal blue. Totally just hijacked my goodbye to you all into adding a little more turquoise, as my son used to say. My oldest had the best words for words. Like everybody called him Jofus when they're little. They did it when we were in Nashville. Hey, Jofus. Love it. Most kids say Jofus because it's hard to say. And we kind of love that. And like his brother would go, Jofus. And oh. So maybe that's why I like it better. I like it because there's more turquoise on there. Pretty sure. Yeah. Already like it better. Already like it better. And I think it needs a darker stem. I just think it needs a little more brown in it. Yeah. So I'd even put a little blue with that brown in the bottom part of it. Yeah, I'm with you. I do too. Thank you, Patty. I just I think I like I just want more blue in it. I just like blue pumpkins. There you go, guys. Not much in talent needed, clearly. I know y'all think, oh, I can't do that. I'm telling you. Jophus for Joseph too. I don't know what it is. The pH gets them, they turn around, and it's the cutest dang thing ever. So you know I'm doing this big picture for my friend. And that's got to be done in like this week. And so I'm working like crazy. I was having trouble with him, and we went to eat at this Honduran place in Frankfurt. It's so good. Mama Machitas or something. I think that's the name. And they had Bob Ross on, and I was watching him, and I was like, that's what I need. And so I came home and did a deep dive on Bob Ross, on the things that I just couldn't get a grip on. And I was like, oh, I should just gone straight to the master. So now I have a game plan for her paintings, and I should get to it. So yeah, much better, much better. I think it's going to look a little bit. Right now it's looking really rinky-dink, like a 4-year-old did it. But you want to see it? I'll show you. No judgment here. Nope, I just want to turn you around. There we go. That's what I'm working on. That's the daytime one. Looks way better through here than it does up there. And I've got flowers at the bottom, all kinds of things. And then I've got a date, and then I've got a nighttime one. But the clouds have been a pain. The clouds have been a pain. Look at that. The clouds have been a pain. The mountains, but I now know how to do the mountains better, and so I'll just go over it, paint over it, work on that tree, then I can work on the nighttime one and get these done, because there's a really, if you are a Gilmore Girls fan, y'all, our town, I was part of it last year. I'm not this year because don't have a brick and mortar anymore, but our town does, so it's so fun. It's just like Stars Hollow, so cute. And they're doing a whole weekend this year. And, oh, Tony, it's so not gorgeous. But thank you. It's, also, I'll post a picture. It's coming along, but don't be impressed. And I'm looking at a piece. I'm not coming up with it in my head. I'm just copying a picture off of Etsy, off of Pinterest of somebody's. I'm great at copying things. I don't think I can come up with anything original. I'm not that good. But maybe with the paper I can. I don't know, but... Anyway, oh, and I found a lot more fabric. I got all organized. My size is ready to go. More. Right now I'm focusing on that painting. These two paintings. I got the nighttime. This one's gone further than the nighttime, so I got to finish this one today. Pull the nighttime picture up. Finish it tomorrow and get them to her. Anyway, I'm just saying I have no talent whatsoever. Okay, I am really good with color sometimes, but I have actually missed it before. When I was doing my kitchen, I wanted dark grout, and I got it here, and I was like, no. And I was scrambling, and I blessedly found a good grout at a local place here, and I'm so glad I went with that, because it was just too dark. And it was just a train wreck, so thankful I stopped that. And, so I don't get color, and sometimes I paint it again. Sometimes I'm good, sometimes I'm not. And, I'm trying to get a good color for my front door. I just can't find my paint fan deck. It's somewhere in all of this gloriousness. Okay, for my rummage sale, my craft rummage sale at my house, because I don't want people to think it's going to be like dirt cheap. It's going to be, some things are going to be dirt cheap, but it's going to be like a sale, but it's a better sale than if I had a building. But I'm thinking second weekend in September. So tentatively, if you're close by, let me know. I'd love to do a whatnot sale. I don't know how to do that. Does anybody know? I need to go, and I forget to watch Royce's. Yeah. My goodness gracious. A logo. Look at that. This is fun. Can't never could. I love that sticker from the shop when I had it. Anyway, y'all, be blessed. Have a good day. Thank you for joining me. Tomorrow for pumpkins, I think we're going to do, I'm going to make a pumpkin kit that they slot in. You get 3. I'm going to do one of those, but we're going to decoupage it, and it'll be fun. So I will paint them all white today. I saw in a house, and yeah, it was, I'll post a picture in the comments here. I have on Facebook, I have a herringbone, beautiful, it's the only marble, Carrara marble backsplash, and my counter is a leathered granite, so it's like honed. Thank you for being with me. And so so glad I stopped it and went with a medium gray, so much better. It's just, I just didn't know what I was doing. So anyway, I think I still have that grout in my garage. Okay, guys, be with me tomorrow. We are going to decoupage pumpkins that are slotted pumpkins. There's 3 sizes. I will also sell those. I think I have a bunch, so I maybe have enough for a kit of 5, and you can choose your decoupage paper. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do something with them because I got a lot of decoupage paper. So be back here tomorrow at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I will have the kits up on the website today. If you want one, I'll see how many I've got. I'm sweating so badly all of a sudden. Go out there, be a part of the solution, y'all. Let's love people well. Let's be kind and courteous and gentle, and watch our words, our thoughts, our deeds. Let's just be mindful of somebody else. Until we walked in their shoes, do we know what they're going through? And I say lean to grace always. I deserve so much grace. I deserve so much grace. Every day I'm like, Lord, I'm so sorry. I'm like, let me do better today. So let's just give people grace. We never know what they're going through. We don't know if it's a waitress or a waiter. We don't know. We just don't know. So let's be kind and gracious. Somebody's sick, child could be sick, their parent could be sick, their spouse could be sick, somebody could be dying in their family and they have to work. I don't know. Let's just be mindful. Maybe they're just trying to get somebody to hospital if they're in a hurry. Let's just give grace and be mindful, and let's be the light in this dark world, y'all. Let's be the light. All right, I love you so much.